next muscle that we're going to do is we're going to do the adductors, or said in more plain English, the inner thigh. These muscles can often get quite tight. They actually play a bigger role in people's posture than most people realize, and it's just a really good, again, it's just a really good release. And again, if you have sore knees, then or you feel like your pelvis is quite stiff, this is a really useful myofascial release. So now you've got a couple of options. You could use a medicine ball. You've got, see, I put a kettlebell on its side. My personal preference is still using a piece of PVC piping, but whatever you use, it's just got to be comfortable to get into the position. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie on our tummy, and we're going to prop ourselves up on an elbow, so that, and bring your knee so that it's up at like a 90-degree angle. We're then going to start at the bottom, just above where the knee bone is, and you're just going to gently, and with increasing intensity depending on what you're discovering. Again, this is about looking at the tension for yourself and discovering for yourself what's tight, because everyone's going to be a little bit different. And I'm holding that for a good 20-30 seconds where I find a tight spot, and then I'm going to slowly move the piece of PVC piping higher up until eventually we're getting all the way right to the top of the muscle. Now, if you don't quite have the flexibility to do what I'm doing here, you may find that using a bigger object is actually more valuable to you. But again, you want to be using your elbow, you're using your hip and your knee to help balance and give you some stability. And you're just letting the weight of if you put your foot down on the floor, you'll find it easier to relax the leg, so that you can actually get some pressure through there. So again, we've got the lovely Jenny demonstrating this again for us. You can see how she's leaning on her elbow, on her opposite hip and knee, and she's just releasing in through that muscle there. Now, a couple of things I didn't mention before. This is really good for your low back. This is actually good for your neck, and it's even good for your breathing, because all of those muscles travel up in a track and do actually have more of an effect than you realize. It even has an effect on the inner arch of your foot. So Jenny does find this particularly tight for herself. So I think this is going to be a very good release for her over time. And so we've got Jenny on the other side, on the other leg here. Jenny, do you want to just tell us what you just discovered now?
Yeah, I'm releasing pressure at the moment. Pretty painful, but I can feel a cramp on the inside of my foot. So
yeah.
It's going right down.
So that's exactly what I mean in terms of, so that's when you know you found a really good spot. When the pain travels somewhere else, or you get like something like that where you're cramping in the foot, then you know you found a really, really good spot.